This is the opening screen that you'll see when you start the application. This is the video help, and the video help is made up of a number of videos that are used to explain the functionality and usage and all the features of this application. The application is the Consignment Store 4, and in this case we're in the buyer screen. You get the idea of how we use this. I'm going to walk through the actual application. First of all, when you start it and stop it, you use this little diamond looking thing over here, and you can move one step ahead. You can set your audio here, either open full, or you can set it your way you want to. Closed caption, if you need it, it's here. This gear, if you click on it, will open up and allow you to pick the resolution that you want to run at. Now, I suggest that all these videos be run at 720 HD. So you click it, and now it shows high definition. The next thing is if you want to see what is called theater mode, what you can do is click this, and it opens up the screen so you can see better. And if I start the video, you'll see the difference between how fuzzy things look. Once it kicks in, 720 HD will come up.
So let's go to the buyer's listing. The buyer's listing.
Okay, what we're going to do in each one of these videos is we also have the ability to go to the main YouTube. By clicking this button, it'll open into the YouTube applications online. And if you're on the, say, an iPad or an iPhone, then the application will open up in your browser. Okay, the next thing I'm going to cover, let's look at these two items up here. The first one is the app map. And the app map drops down and it shows you all the screens that are included in the application. You'll notice that some of them have a little blue line above them, and that's a primary screen. This is a primary screen. The buyer's data is a primary screen. And the order input, those are the primary screens. They can be accessed by clicking those and the main screen. For example, if I click on the consignor data, it's where we start the application and start adding data. We're currently in the main and video help, which is this right here that we're looking at on this screen. This is called the do action menu, and basically what this does is it does functions that are related to what they say. For example, if it says start search, and then you have, when you have data on the screen that is part of the application, it will fill out all the fields that are viewed on the screen with it and put a magnifying glass on the screen. What this means, you're in find mode or search mode. And when you put some data in, like in this case, I'm just looking at the screen up here we're seeing, if you add any data in a field and then go ahead and say perform find, it will find the record you're looking for based on what you put in. For example, on this case, I've got buyer's ID, and if I put that number one or one of the numbers from all the records that are in the buyer screen, what it'll do is it'll go find that record. It takes just a second, it'll show it up on the screen. If you want to omit a field in the application, what you do is you first of all click into a field that allows you to put the cursor in it. Then you click omit, and what it'll do is it'll take that record out of a list view like this one, or it'll take it out of the current screen where you're looking. The reason you would do that is if, say, for example, you had a choice of records in a search that you did, and some of those records you don't want to actually have show, you can click in the field and omit them. Show omitted is the reverse of that. Whatever records that are omitted, you can show only those now by clicking this button. It'll reverse from the ones that you're viewing to the ones that are omitted. Show all records brings all the records back into the screen so you would see them all. In this case, there's one that is in selection. It would bring all the records that are in selection into view for you. If you come into a screen like this and you only see one or two records and you know you got maybe hundreds of records, make sure that you click show all records, and what that will do is it'll bring back all the records and make it look normal with all the records showing. Show toolbar shows the toolbar. If you're on a desktop computer or laptop, this will show you the toolbar and show all those records that you want to view. Showing the toolbar shows the main toolbar for the application on the desktop versions and on the laptop. It'll also be available for you on the cloud, but you don't normally have to use it. Actually, this application is set up so that you have all the buttonology and stuff that you need in order to run the application without having to look at the toolbar. The toolbar itself uh, is used only when you have a real need to do something that's not included on this list. The next one is the log out button, and it's also shown up here in case you have to log out. The log out button shuts down the application and goes back to your desktop. Import. You can import records, but not on an iPad or an iPhone. In Apple's wisdom, they did not allow for import for anything on their app products. Okay, export. You can export from this on the iPad and on the iPhone, and of course all the other devices that you use like laptops, Mac, Windows, and so forth. Save as Excel. Now this doesn't work in all applications for the device that you're on. If you're on the device and it does not allow you to save as Excel, you will not be able to do it. Normally on the desktop you can do that. You can save the current records that you're looking at on the screen. So say for example you had a list view and you wanted all the records in that list view saved as an Excel document. It will do that. It'll also give you the opportunity to pick the fields both on the iPad, iPhone, and Mac and Windows. You can also do what's called a save as a PDF, and what you can do is take records or a visual thing, for example, an item that's like a picture or a list view or anything like that, and you can say save as a PDF. It'll save it as a PDF. There's also an option to save it when you save as PDF, that especially on iPad and iPhone, where you can save it as a email as well and send whatever is in an 8.5 by 11 area, which is about like this from here. All that area in here would be saved as a PDF. When you go to print, you would use your print setup, for example. If you go to print one time and you find out that your screen doesn't have enough space as far as the paper is concerned to cover all the way out to the edge, you can set in the print setup, you can set it to a lesser size. For example, you can start reducing from 100% down to lower, and it'll make the appropriate changes so that you can see all the data on the screen. And in some cases under print setup, you may have to rotate the screen from portrait to landscape in order to see a full report, and you would do that in the print setup. Then of course print brings up a dialog, and the dialog that it brings up will allow you to print the screen, and of course it gives you the resolution thing and the portrait and landscape as well. First record. What this does is if you're in a screen like this and there are a number of records and you want to go to that first record, it's at the very top, like up here. You can click first record, it'll bring you from the bottom to the top. Next record brings you down a record. Last record takes you all the way to the bottom. And then there's support. If you need assistance from us, you can click this. It'll take you to our support site, and there you can get a chat or you can send an email to us or get our information for contacting us. If you have any questions about how I've shown all the things on this screen, you can go ahead and get in contact us on the support site. Of course, you can always scroll down here just to show you can do some other things. You can pick the video you want to watch, and in this normally it says show at 720 HD, so you make sure that you if you like it or not. If you're going to watch the videos, please give us a thumbs up. Appreciate the people, or you can subscribe to all of our new videos that are coming out for our newest applications. Okay, so the last thing you see is log out and open on YouTube and do action. We've just covered those items. So if you have any questions, go ahead and try to contact us through our website. Thank you.